I remember from our offices watching the Fronton session live and seeing some of the most ridiculous waves I've seen in a competition. I've gone and surfed Fronton, and it was probably a quarter of that size that you surfed it at, and it was gnarly. Like, that's the word for it. It's just scary. Like, you're gonna hit the bottom here, you're gonna bounce, and it's gonna be sore. And I'll link to a video of that session because it's still totally remarkable. It'll stand out now.
Yeah.
There's one wave that I know you'll know what I'm talking about. It'll be in freeze frame, and there'll be stuff, and we'll have links to the show notes in the show notes for it. But what were you thinking on that wave? You know, I think it was in the final or
it was the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
quarterfinals against Jeff Hubbard, and I wasn't thinking much. I was quite frustrated at that stage. It was the back end of the heat. And I'd taken one wave, and it was, I think, a 5 or 6. And Jeff had caught a couple of inside ones, and he had got like 2 7s. And I needed a 9 or 9.5 at that stage. Quite frustrated because there had been like 3 or 4 good waves that have come through, like massive sets. I think the back end of that heat was just pulsing, and the swell was building. And there had been 3 or 4 waves where myself and Jeff had paddled, and we both pulled back. And I just see the explosion in the channel. And I don't remember Quibus Bosman. Quibus Bosman is a South African photographer. He was in the channel there, and he was just screaming at me like in Afrikaans, I need to go. I need to catch anything. You need to go. And he was really my motivation to push me over that edge on that one wave where I probably shouldn't have gone. But there was a one that I just missed, and Jeff pulled back. And he had priority, so I pulled back, and then that one was a good one, and the next one was even a bigger set, and that was the one that I went on thinking, I'm just going to go, I need to go, and if I don't make it, I don't make it. And I got to the bottom of the way, I realized this is probably a bad decision. That's when I got rolled, pumped, and like washed on the rocks, hit my head. Luckily, I hit my head, I hit my arm, and then I hit my head, and I got to graze my forehead. But I think if I hit my arm first, my head first, I probably would have cracked it because I was just flying over the reef. And yeah, it's quite a amazing heat because I got another opportunity where I paddled back out, and it was Dave Winchester and Dave Winchester and Jeff Hubbard that were in the title race. So Jeff needed to make this heat and win the comp to win the title. And Dave wanted Jeff to lose the heat. And Dave was paddling out of the next heat against Sasha Specker. And I was paddling across to the lineup, and there were like maybe 30 seconds left. And I was like, sorry, Dave. I tried my best, but I just, at that stage, I was pretty broken and tired. And then a little sidewall came through, and Sasha's like, hey, go on this one. This is like, it's a builder. So I paddled, and as I took off, the buzzer went, and this wave had like gone from like a 3-foot sidewall to 6 foot, and then into the channel, and it just, I got barrel the whole way and did an invert out, and I got like a 9.8, so I got the score. Made it through to the semi-finals where I think I served against Jared, and Jared schooled me in the semi-final. But I was pretty broken at that stage. Mentally, my physical strength was like, I was nowhere. After surfing, this is my third heat of the day.
My heart in my throat, like all the way back in South Africa. And the South Africans have like, especially the bodyboarders, I think we really support, we really get behind each other.
Yeah. And
I can see the comments and people in different groups. And did you see that wave? Did you see that? And Mark, like, catch a wave. Like everyone just like, come on. And I've caught similar waves in my time, like especially in Hawaii, I can talk about waves. Yeah. And then you talk about overthinking, and if you think too much, you won't go.
Yeah.
So you've actually got to, and you'll get to a quote later that you made me think of this too, in the quote session, but from Billy. But you just got to commit, and like you literally might die, and you take off and go. And you talk about banging your head and that sort of stuff. Hawaii pipeline, statistically, one person dies every year. Yes. I don't know if that's still the statistic.
It is, yeah. Just it's the amount of people that's in the water. Something's going to happen, Someone's got to give. The pressure's just too much. There's a lot of, I would say, duppy surfers out there that shouldn't probably be there, that go there every year. It doesn't take much for you to hit your head and get yourself knocked out.
It's not the speed; it's the sudden stop. So it's like that reef just drains, and I've been concussed, backed off the wall, actually. But yeah, it's that sudden stop and that drop out.